शम्भुमि शाममे शिवं शङ्करं शम्भुमि
Hi friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So finally we have reached the last part of our discussion on the Major Arcana card series, or I should say that the journey of the Fool has come to an end. Now we are about to discuss the last card of the Major Arcana card series, which is the card number 21, which is the World card. So we will try to understand this card on the same 4 parameters which we have been following in this series. First, we will try to understand this illustration, this design, because these illustrations are the treasure house of all the mysteries, philosophies, different religion, all kind of magic ever been known to humankind. Then we will try to understand the divinatory meaning of this card. We'll also try to understand that what would remain to be the case if this card will come out to be reversed in your reading. Because in tarot readings, the reversed card has got entirely different meaning as compared to its upright placement. And the last would remain to be the real life situation where this card can be fitted in sync with the lives of the people. So let's just start our discussion with a quick recap of all what we have studied so far. We have already discussed that tarot is basically used for doing a character analysis, to get a glimpse of the future, to get a solution to immediate problems, to elevate or increase your spiritual state, because it has been believed that the divine preside on these tarot cards. Now when it comes to the pack of tarot cards which we are doing here, so we are following the Rider-Waite tarot cards, which are the most popular and the most recommended ones for the beginners like you, because in the market there are different pack of tarot cards which are available, which are being followed by the tarot lovers. So the Rider-Waite tarot cards are fine enough for a beginner to carve his niche in tarot. Now when it comes to understanding these Rider-Waite tarot cards, they were produced in the year 1910 by the famous occultist author Edward Waite, on whose instruction the illustrator Pamela Colman Smith developed these cards as you are seeing. Now when it comes to understanding their components, so these Rider-Waite tarot cards or these tarot cards can be divided into 2 chunks, the Major Arcana cards and the Minor Arcana cards. Arcana is a Latin word which means secret. So when it comes to understanding these Major Arcana cards, they are 22 in numbers. They carry one unnumbered card, which is the Fool, and the rest of the 21 numbered cards. It has been believed that Fool is the representation of the soul or the spirit. So the spirit has separated from the from the unconscious world, and it has manifested in this physical world, and it is going through these 21 different experiences, emotions, circumstances in this incarnation. So we have already discussed that when it comes to understanding these cards which we have so far discussed, so the keyword with which we can describe the unnumbered card, the Fool. So Fool represents beginning, spontaneity and folly, where you are having your faith in the divine and you're leaping forward without thinking of the consequences. So this is about the Fool card. Now the next is the Magician card. With Magician, it's all about taking action, conscious awareness, power. Then comes the the High Priestess card, the card number 2. High Priestess card is all about the inner illumination, spiritual enlightenment, non-action, conscious awareness, being receptive to the to the emotional influences. Next is the Empress card, which is all about the amenities, wealth, luxuries. Then comes the card number 4, which is the Emperor card, which is all about the authority, regulation, leadership. Then comes the card number 5, which is the Hierophant card, which is about the belief system, education, identification with the group system. Next is the card number 6, which is the Lovers card, which is all about the relationship, sexuality, values and personal belief. Then comes the card number 7, which is the Chariot card, which is all about the triumph, victory, heart control. Next is the Strength card, which is the card number 8, which is about the compassion, soft control, humanitarianism, benevolence, spiritual powers. Then comes the card number 9, which is the Hermit card, which is about introspection, search, guidance and little bit of the seclusion. Then comes the card number 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which is about the turning point, movement, destiny. Then comes the card number 11, which is the Justice card, which is all about the understanding cause and effect, respecting justice and having a balance. Next is the card number 12, which is the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is all about the sacrifice, spiritual surrender, reversal. Card number 13 is the Death card, which is all about the transition and the change. Then comes the card number 14, which is the temperance card, which is all about the, balance and adaptability and the enjoying good health, experiencing good health. Card number 15 is the devil card, which is all about the bondage, materialism, ignorance, hopelessness. Card number 16 is the tower card, which is about the unforeseen perils, hidden influences, along with that sudden changes, sudden ups and downs. Then comes the card number 17, which is the star card. So the star card is all about the hopes, inspiration, fulfillment of wishes. Card number 18 is the moon card, which is about the intuition, imagination, fear, idiosyncrasies. Then comes the card number 19, which is the sun card, which is all about the enlightenment, vitality, creative talents. Previous to this card was the card number 20, which we have just discussed, which was the judgment card, which is all about judging the circumstances in an accurate way, having faith in the judgment. So that all we get to know from the card number 20, which was the judgment card, which also tells about the spiritual awakenings. Now the fool has reached the last stoppage of his destination, or we should rather say the fool has reached his destination. This is the final card in the major arcana card series. As we have discussed so far, that different card which we have discussed carries a different kind of energy, different kind of circumstances. Anything which you want to know about romance, love, we have a card lovers. Anything which you want to know about the search, about the guidance, we have the hermit card. Anything related to health, we have the temperance card. Anything related to the material luxuries, wealth, we have the empress card. So this is how each major arcana card has got its own unique personality, own situation, circumstance which it represents. Now as we have reached the last card, so first we will try to understand this illustration. What can we get to know from this design? So as you can see, this kind of angel, or this kind of mermaid who is just wearing this scarf, and it has got two wands on his both hands. Along with that, it has got in an oval shape of frame, which is she is inside it. So this kind of oval shape of frame we can see. Along with that, there are like four faces which we can see at the corners of this card. So let's try to understand them one by one. When it comes to understanding these four animals, they are the same which we have discussed in the card number 10, which was the Wheel of Fortune. So we have a bull shaped creature, which bull is as it represents the earth element, and it is a fixed sign. Next is the lion. It's the Leo, which is again the fixed sign, but it is also a fire element. Next comes the eagle, the Scorpio, which is a fixed sign, but it belongs to the water element. And the last is the human face, which is again the Aquarius sign, which is the fixed sign, but on the basis of elements, it belongs to the air element. So we have all the four elements at the cornerstone of this life. So of this card, this illustration. Along with that, as you can see, this this angel, or this there has been a little bit of the debate and confusion over the gender of this person, because of the private part which is being hidden by this wheel. So there remains to be a little bit of the, because some people call it a lady, some people call it a hermaphrodite. So there remains to be a little bit of the bone of contention over there. Along with that, these two wands represents, one represents the involution, the restricting aspect of the energies, and other wand represents the evolution, the expanding aspect of the energies. Apart from that, this frame represents the mystical form of the energies of the universal functioning, and this cosmic lemniscate kind of structure, which we have even seen at the top of the on the magician card, along with the strength card, the spiritual power. So this is all what we can see. All the person attaining the completeness, all the four elements are protecting it, which are the cornerstones. The person has got both the involution and the evolution energies in his hands, in his control, and there is a cosmic energy lemniscate which is protecting him from upwards as well as from the downwards. So this is little bit about my take on this illustration. Now when it comes to understanding the divinatory meaning of this card, so this card represents all kind of completeness, rewards, fulfillment, completion of the journey, travel, movement of change of residence, all that we see from this card. So when I say the feeling of fulfillment, so fulfillment, accomplishment, so all those kind of cases where someone has eyed for some coveted title, someone has worked whole life to get and reach that particular position. And the most important thing is that in the life, attaining and achieving something is not only important, we should also derive equal level of satisfaction. So achieving something which you have set yourself, which has been always your goal to achieve in the life. Second, feeling fulfilled because of that. And third could be sharing that. Once you have attained that happiness, you are not even restrictive in your approach and attitude in sharing it with your nearer and dearer ones. So this is all what we get to know from this world card. This is a very positive card. This is a very powerful card. This is where the fool has completed his journey. So we can see all kind of travels, change of residence, rewards, accomplishment, success, accomplishment, desires getting fulfilled, your goals getting fulfilled, and getting complete satisfaction, team sharing, all that we can see from this card. Now when it comes to understanding this card's meaning in a reversed formation, so this just tells about that there remains to be a little bit of the obstacle where we can see that success might get a little bit delayed. Apart from that, a little bit of the resistance towards change, towards travel can also be foreseen if this card will come out to be reversed, because this card very chiefly tells about travel. Now when it comes to understanding the real life situation where this card can be fitted in the lives of the people, so all those kind of situation, where someone is kind of desiring for travel, someone has come to you and his question is regarding his visa is being struck, he wants to travel. This appearance of this card will give affirmative yes to that. Second is someone who wants to relocate, appearance of this card will give a clear affirmation as a yes to the question's answer. Third, all those people who are who have waited their whole life to reach a position, who are on the verge of getting retired and they are just few steps behind achieving that coveted title. Appearance of this card is again going to be a very good omen, is going to be very positive sign for the fulfillment of their wish of achievement of all the titles which they have a whole of their life desired for. So this is all what we can get to know from the card number 21, which was the world card. So finally the fool has completed his journey. Now in the next part we will start our discussion on different minor arcana cards. So this was my take on the major arcana card number 21, which was the world card. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on tarot, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks. Shivoham